from the beautiful Inland Blue Studios, this is the Nerdlife Crisis Podcast with your hosts, Chris Thayer, Steve Hale, and Ron Miltz.
All right, everybody, and welcome back to the Nerdlife Crisis Podcast. Here with your host today,
Chris Thayer,
Steve Hale,
and I'm Ron Miltz. Guys, we're back at Inland Blue Studios.
And we're in the right order.
I know, it's like a minor miracle, right?
Yeah, it's very nice to be kind of like back where we did our very first fucking show.
Yeah, I know. It's been a while.
It has been. Oh,
Yes,
it's
it
been
has.
a while for
Yes.
sure. Yeah.
Well, it's good to be back, and for multiple reasons.
Yes, we've missed you.
Yeah.
I've missed you.
Well,
I missed you guys.
We've been getting a lot of love of and hate at the same time of people like after that last episode with the with Chris playing Black History Month.
That was the last time we did
That was
this?
the last time.
I gotta tell you, man.
It's been 6 weeks.
The next
Damn.
day, I was at work, and I was just kind of doing my thing at work, and I was thinking about the show the night before, and I just started fucking laughing. I mean, by myself, I'm hysterically laughing, thinking about that. And then all my coworkers, what's going on? I said, let me tell you a story. Let me tell you an awesome story. And please listen to our show, too, to get the full impact, the passion of it.
Well, we've definitely had a good response to that episode by
Yeah.
itself.
times.
I
Yeah.
keep hearing from people about that. Things on Facebook and whatnot. I think we've had a convention since then, right?
No.
We haven't had a convention since then?
No, we did WonderCon. Yeah, we did WonderCon.
Yeah, somebody, because
It's
I
just been
I
a
remember
blur
somebody saying
of
something
you
at the
guys
convention.
doing conventions.
It's like
and
never
stuff,
ending, dude. Never ending with the
Yeah.
conventions. I am conventioned out.
Have you seen your chair of black and white Batman?
We don't leave the table anymore.
That's
That's
the
true.
problem.
That's true, right?
'Cause we've gotten to the point where it's just like the two of us most of the time, and especially like when we went to Seattle, it was like 4 straight days of just staring at that goddamn aisle, you
Yeah.
know, and the people across from us who don't do anything but sit there and not make money, you know.
WonderCon was fun though.
WonderCon
We
was
had a
fun.
good time at WonderCon. WonderCon, we met.
It's a great convention center too. I
Well,
love that
let me
place.
tell you. So our table, the guy next to us, is a friend of ours who we like, and his book's Shy. But he had this kid working for him, who's a nice enough kid, but was Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes.
Yes.
He literally had like Napoleon Dynamite. Like, what's your favorite book?
Yeah.
It was like,
And he was like dancing in the aisle. And the problem was we had this pillar out in between the tables in the aisle. And then you had Napoleon dancing next to the pillar. So it's like nobody could get by him.
they're like,
Oh, it was insane.
and they were like, "Excuse me," and he's like, "Oh, stop it!"
God.
Totally busted my rhythm.
And what was great about it was we just started referring to him as Napoleon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we told the guy, we're like, "So could you talk to Napoleon Dynamite over there?" And he like lost his shit because he was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you called him that." It's
I
so
wish you would have
spot on."
fucking thrown a steak at him. That'd have been even better, dude. Just fucking hit him in the head with a T-bone, man. Yeah.
Well, they eventually
Oh.
like wedged him in because they were sharing the table. They eventually wedged him in the middle of 2 other people at the table, so he wouldn't be out in front of the table like scaring
Their
people off.
table was like a goddamn clown car. 'Cause
It
they
was,
had-
dude.
They had 3 different books trying to pitch from one table.
And it's all 3 different writers. And,
Yes, and so it's like the one
Some
guy
of them
was
had the
like,
writer and the artist with
Oh,
him. You know?
fuck.
So it was like,
And those tables? Those
oh.
are,
And you're
Oy,
like,
oy.
there's way too much. And it was literally like trying to shove 8 people behind an 8 by 4 foot area.
Right.
And we
Yeah.
were like, please do not bleed into our area. Stay in your area, please.
Yeah, I mean, I helped my buddy Eric Piggers from Toxic Tunes at Monsterpalooza, and him and I are behind this table. I was like, I'm there like 10 minutes. I'm like, I gotta get out of here, dude.
Right?
Like, this fucking sucks.
Right?
Yeah, I can't do it.
Well, we had our friends Man vs. Rock ended up not showing up to WonderCon for whatever reasons, and they were right next to us. Thank God they didn't show up because we would have been the land of the ultimate hard sale.
Yeah,
but
3 tables in a row, just like browbeating people as they
Yeah,
walk
But
by.
we annexed Poland, which was their table, and so we threw up the Nerdlife Crisis banner, which we hadn't thrown up in a while.
Oh, shit.
And people like were stopping looking for you
Yes, they were.
Oh, fuck.
because
dude.
we weren't too far from the 501st booth, and it was like, "Hey, is Steve here?"
Yeah,
And we're all, "No."
I've had a few people ask me. They said, we've seen like your banner for the show, but like you're never there. And I was like, I just don't get to go to the conventions like I used to.
No.
So
But on the bright side, it was like good responses all around. People
Right.
love the new merch.
that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, so it's like, it's good to be back, So, quick story. So one of the reasons why we haven't recorded, so I'm going to get into my maladies. Getting old sucks, first off.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
So I hit 41, and apparently I'm falling apart. So 4 weeks ago, I got an ear infection just from a cold in my left ear, and then it moved into my right ear, so I had to go to the hospital. And this was about a week before my birthday, and they put me on antibiotics. So the first problem is, one, I can't fucking hear anything out of my left ear. And this has now been a month.
They put worms in their ear, Captain.
Yeah, I wish they'd put a worm in my ear. That way I could fucking hear something. But the problem is when people talk to me, I literally, if I can't see their mouths, I'm like, what? Huh? What? Like an old lady, like my mom, you know? The next problem is that on my birthday, I went to a curling tournament. You guys remember the Olympic sport of curling?
I do, yes.
So 6 stones in, which is like the little rocks that you push on the ice, of our first game at 8:45.
So ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but fun. I slipped on the ice and fell because of my equilibrium and knocked myself the fuck out.
Concussed.
Yes.
Yes.
So I have been in the concussion protocol now for the better part of a month. So if you hear me not being able to recall things or talking a little slower than normal, listeners at home, it's because I fucked my brain up. We're taking pictures, apparently. So tonight, if I go to recall something and it sounds like I don't know what I'm talking about, it's because I have tarted myself out. So
you know what? You should go down to the Army surplus store, dude, and get yourself one of those super cool fucking tactical helmets.
Yes, you should.
You know, to protect your
like a World War II style one?
No. Something modern, something fucking real Delta.
So I could look like fucking Call of Duty, or
you know.
I think you just need a old school 70s bike helmet.
So they offered me. You guys are gonna love this.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
with like the fucking fleck, like the sparkly fleck paint job in it, dude.
So I get back to the curling. Okay, first off, I slip and fall.
Yeah.
And I knock myself unconscious for about 3.5 minutes.
In the dumbest fucking game that you could find. And
sure.
You fucking killed yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
Continue.
So then, on top of it all, I can't remember anything. I fucked up my memory from the week before, and I literally asked my wife like 25 times, did I slip and fall? I get to the hospital, and they put Friends on, because apparently when you tard yourself up, Friends is what they turn on. Right? But the best part was, I literally am sitting there watching Friends, and I feel like the haze go away. Like that initial haze. Have you ever been concussed before?
Yes, actually I have.
Yeah, this is like my 6th one, at this point in my life. So I'm pretty familiar with it.
Right.
And it was like, I felt the haze. Like all of a sudden I felt sharp again. And my first response is like, who the hell put on Friends? Right. And my wife's like, well, it's on TBS. I go, I just turn Friends off, please. Anything but Joey going, like I can't do it, you know?
And you got this memory loss thing going on now.
Absolutely.
Right? Oh, I'd be pulling that card out all the time.
Oh, dude, I turned into 10-second Tom, like everywhere I went for the rest of the weekend.
I would buy stupid shit and just blame it on like, I don't remember doing that.
Well, here's the best part. Steve, I was like a rock star the rest of the weekend, because when I fell, everybody stopped. Like four sheets of ice stopped to look at me trying to kill myself. Because apparently I made the largest thumping sound on the ice that anyone's ever heard before.
Wow.
And I got up and was like, I'm fine.
Somebody's like, that was Skull.
Yes.
That was Skull.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good God, dude.
And
this is for your birthday.
Oh, this is on my birthday.
Happy fucking birthday.
At the goddamn emergency room.
Yeah.
Like,
I think the best part of this whole story is you were fucking curling when this happened.
Yes.
Can you imagine if you died curling?
Greatest obituary ever.
That would be the fucking dumbest way to die.
So my favorite part was
our last show would be you and I
right.
talking for a fucking hour
about Ron's
that was
dumbass.
the dumbest fucking death I've ever fucking heard in my life. Can you fucking believe that?
Now here's the thing. Now here's what's worse, Steve. I felt like a dumbass falling on, because I'm curling and I fell and tried to kill myself.
Yeah.
So my friends who
you had to explain that probably to a smoking hot nurse.
Oh no. I'd get there.
Was it Nurse Ratched?
It was not. It was like we get there. No, it was like the nurse from Scrubs, like the sassy black nurse. So,
okay.
Yeah. So we're in Phoenix, mind you. And I get to the emergency room, and for some reason, Elena, my wife, takes me.
Wait. You're curling on ice in Phoenix?
Okay, you're going to ruin my punchline, so stop.
Oh, my God. Okay.
So we get there, and she, like, Google mapped the closest hospital. And she took us to an orthopedic specialist center. So it's like one of those upscale places you go to to like get your knee worked on.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hi, how can we help you today? Like, would you
nice
like
soft music playing?"
Yeah, they're like, "Would you like a bagel and some coffee?" You know? It's like,
Got the cure over
so
there.
by law, places like that are required to have one room for emergency situations. So who's got two thumbs and got the one room for emergency situation?
Nice.
This guy. So literally, the nurse is like. She goes, "Oh, what's your injury?" And I'm like, she's like, "Oh, he got a concussion." And she's like, "How did you get a concussion, sir?" And I'm like, I was told I slipped on ice. And she's like, "No, really, sir. How did you get a concussion?" And I go, "I was curling and I slipped on ice." And she's like you were curling like at the gym? And I'm like, "No, like the Olympic sport of curling." And she goes, and she like looked at me and she goes, "Is that the stupid thing with the brooms?"
And this is the sassy black.
Yes, absolutely.
I once had a sassy black nurse myself. I was actually getting a venereal disease check, and they wanted me to take a Q-tip and put it into my penis. Right?
Oh, dude.
Yeah. And she said, "Oh, you got to do it like this," and grab my dick and fucking the Q-tip and jam that fucking thing in my cock. Right? And went, "Rear!" Right? And like I didn't know if
like
I
she
should
was starting a music box.
I didn't know if I wanted to fucking kiss her or fucking punch her, dude. You know, I was like, I'm so fucking aroused right now. It's so fucking bizarre. You know, so this is the first time I've ever had a black lady touch my cock. You know. So
Wow.
I'm sorry. Continue.
No, so then they
You've just been upstaged.
they have to do a CT scan, right? So they take me into the room because they want to make sure I'm not dying. Because it's a pretty severe concussion, so they want to make sure I'm not bleeding out in my brain. And the CT guy's like, he literally, it was being with you fuckers in the room. Because he's like, "Go ahead and lay down." He's like, "Got a concussion, huh?" And I go, "Yeah, I slipped and fell on the ice." And he just stops and he goes, "Curling? You fucking hurt yourself curling." Like his exact words. And I looked at him, and he was like tatted head to toe, bald head. I'm like, "Yeah, like, look, man, it's more." And he goes, "Dude, curling." And it's all, "Wah," and I'm like, "All right, I'll just keep the licks coming, keep them coming, you know." So we ended up being there for about 5 hours. And then we went, and of course, immediately the nurse goes, "All right, you're on 48-hour, watch, like, don't do anything. Don't, no alcohol, no, no excessive activity." I'm like, "Awesome." So the first thing we do is go and have drinks.
Oh, Jesus.
Because, and my wife's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, I mean, she said don't get drunk." And she's like, "She said no alcohol." I'm pretty sure she said don't get drunk.
Baby, let's not split fucking hairs here, okay?
So then they're like, "Well, we can't really do any of the other things we had planned," because there was some talk about doing like a whitewater rafting trip, like in the afternoon.
Oh,
and
man.
so we ended up. What's the next best thing one can do when they've had a head injury? Escape rooms. So
Yeah.
Whoa.
So we did 5 escape rooms in 2 days because we just love escape rooms so much, and they were a blast. But yeah. So I got a concussion curling
Good fucking job, man.
on ice in Phoenix.
Now, wait.
So are you?
Isn't there more to this story?
Oh, there is more to this story. So the ear infection that started this all, I've been on antibiotics now for 4 weeks. I'm on my 3rd round of antibiotics.
Yeah.
So the first set of antibiotics that they gave me kind of worked because it's not as bad as it initially was, but it's still, infected. Like the other ear cleared up, but not the left ear. But yeah, the first round of antibiotics gave me diarrhea.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I'm glad we can share.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a podcast. Why not,
Yeah,
right?
And
I'm not saying like it's like explosive, like Revenge of the Nerds or some shit like
But
that.
you haven't shit yourself.
Only twice.
Only,
That,
it's, it's not bad. Only 2 times.
You know,
It's
when
cool.
you're in the car and you're like, nobody's here, I can just fart in the car. Like, who else is gonna smell it? Me, right?
Oh.
And then
and then you're stuck.
So I take you've been carrying like a safety bag around, an extra pair of shorts, and,
extra pair of pants and underwear
some
everywhere I go
some
for the
wipes,
last-
some nice wipes. You know?
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah,
I got some baby wipes in the car. You know, like some Charmin.
Oh my god.
Air freshener. It's been great. So, but the new one, like the one I just started, like at least the diarrhea is not there, but I literally cannot stop sweating, which is so my balls are so incredibly moist right now. It's like untenable.
Soupy.
So yes,
nice.
it's soup. I have soup crotch permanently.
All right.
You know when you get done at the gym and you're like, wow, my chones really stink.
Yes,
That's been me for 3 days straight. So yeah, it's good times.
Yeah.
My wife is literally like, if you could sleep in that room, that would be fantastic.
wow,
Yeah.
man, you're a fucking mess right now.
I am, man.
I tell you,
I am.
Yeah.
I'm like this close to getting divorced. Like it's,
Ooh.
you know, like not really.
No,
but, you know, she's just had enough of me.
Well, yeah.
She's like, if you could get your shit together, that would be great. So, yeah.
I still can't get past the curve.
And you know what else we have to look forward to as we get older? Like our balls get longer, like our noses keep growing, and so do our earlobes.
Yeah, yeah.
And like, look, because I have mine stretched out. Just imagine me when I'm 65, 70, be fucking down by my ankles around my balls. You know, I mean, I'm gonna be a fucking
wrap it
mess.
all up. It's all
Yeah,
good.
I've actually been thinking about like having them stitch them back together. I mean, they
they do
closed
that?
up. Yeah, they could do it, but they closed up pretty much.
Yeah, they're
so
not
I
hanging
wore
bad.
these for like, 20-something years.
Really?
Yeah. That was
And
the-
they closed up after that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that's been my last 5 weeks. That's why we haven't recorded. What you guys been up to?
Well, my oldest is getting married.
Congratulations.
This
Yeah.
weekend on April 29th.
That's right. Steve officially snuck out from father duties at like the dinner stuff, didn't you, to come do this tonight?
No. Our rehearsal dinner and stuff is like Saturday.
Oh,
but no,
okay,
Like
okay.
I've got family in town right now. Like
Right.
my mom and dad. I'm like,
You went to get a pack of smokes,
I
right?
gotta get. Yeah. I'm like, hey, I'll be back in a minute. Okay.
Right.
Honey, entertain, please. So yeah, we've had this wedding for what 80 to 90 people that we've. My wife has coordinated in 4 months, along with coordinating the services for one of our friends who just recently passed away from cancer. My wife has got the patience of the fucking Dalai Lama,
Yeah.
and to be married with me,
Right.
Well, yeah.
and have my wildling fucking children who I let watch Fury and 300 and shit on a regular basis. Yeah. So it's been something at my house lately, for sure. And I'm just like this with the money. I'm just making it rain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
yeah.
like pumpkin, whatever you need, we got it. Here you go. So you're just dropping. Here's another 100. Here's a 500. Here's a You're just like.
Nice.
I had to go rent a suit. I don't own a suit.
No.
No.
Like a tux, right?
No, a suit.
Oh, you're just doing a button up.
If I was going to do a tux, I want it like Tom Hanks and big.
Right, the blue
Polyester. With
polyester.
the...
Yes.
The ruffles.
Absolutely. Like, we're going all the way if I have to wear a tuxedo.
All right. I can appreciate that.
But no, I'm just wearing a suit.
Nice.
So-
And you went to Monsterpalooza.
I did go to Monsterpalooza. It was an awesome weekend. They did a Lifetime Achievement Award ceremony to the great Rick Baker.
Nice.
One of my favorites since I was a very little boy. I've always loved Rick Baker's work, so that was pretty cool to and these guys are always on the floor. Like if you're there early enough Friday, like there's fucking Rick Baker bullshitting with Greg Nicotero, and they're setting up their stuff in the museum and shit, and they're just they're just into the fucking monsters and making that shit happen, and it's an amazing weekend, dude. Some of the
I'm
props.
so bummed I missed it. I was going to go this year. I really wanted to go.
Definitely shoot. I mean, if you can't go to Monster in April, there's Son of Monsterpalooza in September, October. It's a little bit smaller, but they do have like the museum.
Yeah.
And the props that they bring, even to that, man, are just, it's worth the ticket alone to get in, just to see the museum.
Well, I had a bunch of friends doing shit at Monsterpalooza this year. So,
Oh, did you?
Did you see like the what is it, Anubis Pharaoh like dog guy?
Yeah, well, I didn't see the completed. I saw it while they were applying that on.
The guy that was getting the makeup done to him was my makeup designer for Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, so
that's rad.
He was the school or whatever company he was with. That's like who he works for.
This year was like the 30-year anniversary of Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
So they recreated Beetlejuice and Lydia at the, I think it's PPI booth. That was really fucking cool. You know, and V. Neil was there kind of overseeing the whole thing.
Nice,
which was
man.
fucking rad. But now they have so many booths are doing appliances there on the floor. It's amazing. I'll see pictures after the show and I'll go, when did they do that?
Right.
Like, holy crap, that's fucking rad, you know? So
Nice, man.
It was a good weekend. Good times.
Yeah, man, I definitely got to go to the next one. I had every intention of going this year, and it just kind of snuck up on me. I've been 100% consumed by. This is no like news flash here. If anybody has been on our Facebook at all
For like a month.
or has been on our mailing list, they've been like bombarded with messages about our goddamn Kickstarter.
Yeah, we kind of warned everybody ahead of time, like, hey, just so you know, we're going to be annoying for the next month.
It was bad, dude.
Yeah.
Like to the point where I was sending out like private messages to about 800 people.
Wow.
On the Facebook. And that doesn't count the, couple times a week emails to our mailing list people.
Yeah.
And, I reached out to every blues society in the world, pretty much.
Yeah.
Anyone that's recognized by the Blues Foundation, they got an email from me.
Well,
actually, they got a lot of emails from me.
And what's been really cool about the book is like we've had good responses from professionals.
Right.
Like got support from like Mark Wade, Gus
Vasquez.
Gus Vasquez. It's just
Stephen
been,
Frank.
Yeah. It's been cool, man. And we funded.
We did.
Funded the book. So if you are a listener and you helped us out, thank you from the bottom
seriously.
of our hearts.
Sincerely.
And we promise we will not bug you about Legba's Juke Joint again anytime soon on the show. So,
well, no, I ain't going to promise that. Because until that sucker gets delivered, I'm probably going to continue to talk about it. But,
I mean, keep talking. Like,
Right,
but like we've been like, it's been beg, borrow, and steal mode. There was literally, Steve, when we started, it was like, we weren't sure if we were going to fund. It was because you go, people like this, but we've done a lot of pre-sales.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, is there enough interest in this? Like, are people going to want to give us money, Because it's like put your money where your mouth is sort of situation.
You know how I'm about that. You see me in my campaign.
Absolutely.
So,
But you also have that situation where, and we talked about this, I'm like, there's a lot of people, and I know you're dealing with it with the Gone Squatchin' crew, which, by the way, if you haven't donated to Steve's Gone Squatchin' mountain climbing endeavor, where all the proceeds go to the Wounded Warriors, you should get online right now and check it out, because we will have a link to it on the Facebook page again.
And that's 100% of the proceeds go towards the expeditions that these men and women go on.
Absolutely.
There is no somebody at the top making, $150,000 or anything. This is 100% towards these vets.
You know how hard it is to get people to give you $25.
Oh, absolutely, man.
And especially because it's like they're like, no, I'm too busy buying Chinese-made products on Wish right now. I don't have $25.
I need another pop in my life.
Right. So, it's been difficult, but at the end of the day, like, we funded, and
we did.
We've got.
That's awesome.
We basically have over, with pre-sales and everything, like 150 books sold already.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's like that's a good place to be.
There's so much that came in that on the release party there's going to be coke and hookers.
Yes,
and it's
absolutely.
Going to be awesome.
Hollywood execs.
Yes.
Will be
and we actually set
plotting out phase 5 of Marvel.
That's a joke.
we
sarcasm.
set a stretch goal that we would do an audiobook version of it. And we both thought, there's no way we're going to reach this.
And we did.
We're doing a goddamn audiobook now. So
neither of us have ever done an audiobook, so that's going to be fun, right?
So
Good
now
times.
we have to bring in some actors and, do it up, because I'm not performing any of the roles in this one.
Just so you know, I'm going to do all of the character voices, Steve.
Right,
Which
right.
are predominantly black.
I cannot wait for next year's Black History Month as we discuss this audio book venture again.
So yeah, that's been, and it was so like consuming. Like this was all I did for 30 straight days.
Yeah.
That when it ended, I found myself looking at my phone and wanting to go check to see if the numbers had gone up again, like every 10 minutes. And I'm like, God damn, I don't need to check. It's over. Like, what am I going to... I didn't know what to do because it had been all I did for 30 days.
We found out some interesting side effects of Kickstarter. Like we found a guy, one of our first people that donated is kind of a dick and donates to projects and then cancels his donations before they start.
What?
Yeah.
Literally, he was like, donated, and we were like, yay! And then it was like, 5 days later, it's all canceled. And I went and looked at it. I'm all, this motherfucker has never paid for anything on here. He has started out and canceled like 25 projects. He's just there to be a dick.
That's freaking
That's
wrong.
That's next level trolling, dude.
Right?
Right.
Wow.
Well, and
are you a listener, sir?
Right. Since we've closed, I was telling you today, all but 4 people, their payments have gone through. So whoever, threw in, everybody's kind of handling their shit. So, that's good. I always figure there's going to be a few that's like, oh, I put in $20 and now I can't afford it. Fuck it. But yeah, everybody kind of came through.
Wow.
So
I didn't even know you could cancel that shit. It would never even occur to me.
Well, you're not an asshole.
obviously.
Yeah.
Right? So,
I mean, I'm an asshole in just kind of other ways.
Right.
yeah. So, but anyways, I mean, so like, we finished that up and that's really consumed a lot of the last month. It's been,
right. And as soon as it closed and, we are finishing up the last pages of the book, like cleaning it up, I was already assembling the Grace trade paperback.
Yeah.
I'm already 80 pages into the cleanup of that.
Wow. Cool.
So, another few days and we'll be ready to,
woohoo.
yeah, put out a couple of books.
I'll have more boxes in my garage. Anyways, so we got a lot to talk about. I think we, at some point in the next week, we will definitely have to do our Avengers.
Right.
So I'm gonna drag Steve to the movies at some point this next week.
Yeah. I need to be dragged to the movies because it is hard as fuck for me to get to the movies. I did see Pacific Rim 2 Uprising.
How was that?
Terrible. It was fucking horrible. My
Really?
sons loved it. And I was like, this is just a fucking shadow of
the first movie?
Of the first movie, dude.
That movie so good, though.
It
love that first
it was
one.
fucking no bueno, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was really a disappointment.
I've been trying to get to see Super Troopers 2.
Oh, right.
You know what, man?
haven't,
Am
man.
I the only fucking person? Like, I don't get it.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, man.
You didn't like the first one?
Not really. I don't really
Oh, my
fucking
God.
care.
That's a classic.
I know.
I just, man, I don't know, dude. Oh,
wow.
For me, it's like that and Deadpool. I can put it on at any point in the day, at any point in the movie, and I'm fine.
Well, I do have to say this. Tonight, literally right now, while we're recording, the first showings of Infinity War have
Avengers,
been
yeah.
going on. And it's like currently like 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it's like good reviews thus far.
Yeah.
So my question is, are you more excited for this or Han Solo right now?
Solo.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I couldn't care less.
I'm so fucking.
About
I mean,
Solo
we
right
talked
now.
about being kind of oversaturated with Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'm probably more so with the fucking Marvel movies. Like, so much so, like,
Agreed.
listen, dude, I haven't seen fucking Doctor Strange.
Oh, wow.
I didn't go see
Black Panther?
Black Panther.
That was great, though, dude.
I'm surprised you liked it, dude.
I
Honestly,
loved it.
man. I mean, it's like
And you know how
you've
I
got
rip on the last,
because it's got like
5.
never mind. I don't want to say. We'll do that off the air.
No, man. You know what? I this is no surprise either. They all start to feel the same.
Well, that was kind of what I got from a few people who fucking were the ones who dared to say this movie's mediocre. Everybody else, I believe, it is expected to fucking say this movie is the fucking best thing I've ever seen.
I really loved it.
No,
Like,
I think it was a solid film, and
Yeah.
it was tonally very different than the other movies, and it explored some things that were very different
Oh
than
fuck!
the other movies.
I haven't seen fucking Thor Ragnarok.
Oh,
seen
shit.
Thor?
So look, dude,
I watched that
seen,
today.
I haven't seen the last 3 fucking Marvel Avengers movies because
Dude, your boys would love
I'm just
that.
like,
Thor
no,
Ragnarok
they've
is
seen it.
Great.
Oh, okay.
They've seen, like, the babysitter brought it over and they watched it last weekend.
That's quickly going to my like top 3.
yeah.
That is the most out of all the Marvel films. Like even Guardians, it is the most rewatchable one.
Yes.
Of the, it's like
Alright.
Every time I see something new.
I will throw it on while I'm in my office just and have it playing in the background because it cracks me up so much.
Yeah.
But I mean, for me, like with the Solo. Okay, did you guys hear that there's talk that they want to turn this Solo into like a trilogy?
What?
Okay.
This guy signed on, the Solo guy signed on, Alden Einrich or whatever, signed on for 3 pictures.
Okay.
And they're like talking now, like
let's see.
there's scuttlebutt that they want to do 3 of them in a row and then have the last frame of the 3rd one be him walking into the cantina to talk to Obi-Wan.
What?
Like they're going to Rogue One it basically.
But he doesn't look like him.
I get that.
I
mean,
gotta admit, they kind of missed the mark on resembling
Han Solo,
Harrison Ford.
Right.
Yeah.
well, because I
That's a
think
stretch.
Donald Glover
you know?
looks like Lando
But
Calrissian.
why am I excited about this more than, like, listen, man, it's kind of, it's my thing.
Yeah, I got
When
you.
fucking Woody Harrelson's like, I'm looking for a fucking crew
Right.
for some big name gangster. I like, dude, listen, I like Godfather and shit. I loved all those. Those are my favorite scenes in the Star Wars movies.
Right.
The cantina, the scum, the villainy. That's what I like. If there's not one fucking lightsaber in this movie, I'm gonna be stoked.
Right.
I'm with you on that.
I want to see pirates. I want to see bounty hunters. I want to see mercenaries. I want to see the Outer Rim.
The Kessel Run.
Fucking A, man.
You know that Kessel Run's coming.
I want to see him fucking snorting spice and shit and getting
Hell yeah.
blue eyes and fucking floating. Oh, wait, that's a different
That's
franchise.
a different franchise. Well, I know that Infinity War is. I'm excited. It's like 10 years in the making, and I think we're at the end with Robert Downey Jr.
No, I mean, yeah,
So-
hey, I'm
I
down.
said that today to somebody. Everybody was
I'm
talking
down.
about losing Cap. And I'm like, I think it's Robert Downey Jr., dude.
Well,
I think they're going to kill off
How's
Iron
this?
Man.
All the reviews, and I have stayed away from the spoilers.
Right.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't want anything spoiled from me.
No.
But basically, they're like Marvel films. They're finally giving you your Empire Strikes Back. Like this one's gonna. It like ends dark. It's fucking everything you want this movie to be, and I'm like, I'm in. Like, sign me up. Like, kill some of these fuckers. It's
All
time.
right. Yeah.
Like, we've all been playing with bubble wrap for far too long.
Hey, and for those out there who don't know, you know, they actually would do that in the comics.
Yeah.
They would do an arc that would fucking purge. I mean, they did it in X-Men. Back in the day, they called it the Mutant Massacre.
I remember.
And there were these mercenaries who came through and were just fucking killing mutants, man, left and fucking right.
They
dude.
did it more recently too with Scarlet Witch with the House of M, where there were because the mutants had gotten out of control in the comic books.
Yeah.
There's like thousands of them.
You got to fucking tighten it up.
and
man.
she literally goes, no more mutants, and they knocked them down to like less than 200,
Wow.
and it was like all like the tertiary mutants gone, you know,
Uh-huh.
and,
Yeah.
and some big named ones too, you know.
Yeah.
So and that's been about 7 or 8 years ago now.
So, you know, I'm not too familiar with the fucking Avengers comic series. Back in the day, I just didn't read them because, like I said, I'm a mutant person. So I don't know, like, all the storylines. When people start talking to me about crap, I'm like,
Yeah, whatever.
listen, yo, I mean,
Well, according
Fuck.
to the books, Cap is supposed to buy it at the end of it, right?
I don't know. I mean, I
Isn't that what the books did, though?
Well, here's my thing. At the end of the day, like, I feel like this one's going to end on a dark note. And I feel like our next movie, which they still haven't released the title for, our final sort of Avengers with this group, is going to be Back to the Future 2. I think they're going to take the time stone, and we're going to go and travel through all
Right.
the fucking movies we've already seen and do a Back to the Future 2, which I think will be a blast. Like, I'm on board. And then after that, like, it's all up in the air. Like, who knows what's going to happen
I
with
heard
these
that
movies.
fucking, maybe this is a Facebook internet rumor. I heard Chris Helmsworth is like, done with acting,
he's done.
possibly. He's
Done with acting?
Yeah, it's like kids or something.
So I heard he was going to wrap it up.
I mean, I
don't
guess
know.
it'd be
I
nice
guess
to
I have
retire
to-
at 32 or whatever.
Well, I
he
mean,
is.
fuck, dude. Do you think he'd ever be fucking working down a wiener schnitzel?
Oh yeah,
Making
dude.
chili cheese fries? That motherfucker's got money. He ain't got to fucking do anything else. You
Right.
know? It's the narcissism that keeps you fucking in there for your entire life, you know? I mean, you could be like Rick Moranis.
And just say peace out.
Hey, listen, man, my wife is fucking dying of cancer, and then when she fucking passed away, he said, I got 2 kids to raise. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened to fucking Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because fuck, he had the money. He didn't, you know, it's not like he's fucking...
And he's
Oh,
been
you know
retired.
what?
That
I'm
dude's
fucking-
been retired for 20 years.
I'm bagging groceries down at Stater Brothers. No, fuck, they got money. And they don't have to fucking...
Because no coke, no blow, no
Right.
hookers. So it's all the
Yeah, I mean, you're
execs.
doing that. You're going to go through your fucking money pretty...
quickly,
like, you'd be like fucking, what's his name? Johnny fucking Depp.
right?
You know, you're buying fucking islands and you're going to spending $10,000 a month in fucking just wine.
And he's like, "This is my monkey."
Yeah, right. Like, I'm so inspired by Hunter S. Thomas that I'm just going to fucking, you know, I'm going to let the monkey drive the car. You know, fuck it. Just drive, Bogo.
He's all those pirates movies. He's like, "I can buy my way out of jail so many
And
times."
the monkey's like, somebody kill me. You know, like, fucking, he keeps giving me cocaine.
Well, we'll look into an Avengers special next week
Right.
at some
right.
point.
I'm going tomorrow. That's what Phoebe said. It's her birthday tomorrow. And we said, what do you want to do for your birthday? I want to have pizza delivered and see Avengers, and that's it.
Delivered where? Just
Here.
in general? Like,
Here. She doesn't even want to go anywhere other than see the movie and then go back in her room.
Just like Domino's or something good?
It's like Pizza Hut.
Oh, wow.
So she's
Aim for the stars, kid.
right. I know,
Right?
Like, it's a low bar right there.
That's what I'm saying. She's easy to please, man.
Me and my wife's like, I would like pizza delivered
You know
Chicago.
what? You know
From
what I'm gonna do?
Chicago.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking go Monday night. I'll have the wife take the boys to Taekwondo. I'll go Monday night and see it. For sure.
I'll make it a dinner date with you if you want. I'll take you to get
You know what?
some grub, some
You know,
meat,
and I think we'll fucking do that. Let me just fucking.
meat and a beer. So
I'm fucking.
now, if we go to the upscale, what you call it, of Alessandro there,
Oh, yeah.
they serve beer inside,
Yep.
I do remember
and
that
you can
when
use
they
your
were.
movie pass.
and I can use my movie pass.
Oh yeah! Finally,
yeah.
I get to use this fucking thing.
No, I took Elena when we went and saw Ready Player One there.
How
and,
was that?
I enjoyed it.
Phenomenal.
Was it just like a
dude.
bunch of franchises slammed
Oh,
into
no.
it?
It
or-
tells its own story.
Yes.
Is it pretty
It's
good?
very
Okay.
Spielberg. It's like The Goonies meets like
Tron.
Tron meets
Okay. Yeah.
like every pop culture reference on the
I mean,
planet.
it looked cool. You know,
It
it
was
looked cool,
super
but
cool.
it also seemed like
I went in not thinking it was gonna be
It
great.
seemed like it kind of just came and went pretty fast.
Yeah, I think the problem was it's like the book did not have. I mean, it did all right. It made like 140 million at the box office. You know, worldwide like 400 or 500 million. But it's like, like Elena liked it. She enjoyed it, and I liked it. They changed a lot of elements. Like it's not the book. The book is much darker at the back half. But at the same time, it's like it was still fun. The characters were fun to follow. Like the CGI was. All the shit that we went through, like with Polar Express and fucking not Gilgamesh.
Oh, no. Stupid
Beowulf,
Beowulf.
the Beowulf movie, like all the bad, like Uncanny Valley CGI we went through for years and years.
That fucking Polar Express was.
Creepy as hell, dude.
I just like every fucking Christmas. Like I try to. It's hands down my least favorite Christmas movie of all fucking time.
Really?
I do not like it.
Of all time,
Jingle All the Way?
Fuck, I forgot about that turd.
Yeah,
That thing sucks. Well, see, that one sucks so bad, I just don't watch it.
Right.
But every year I try to watch fucking Polar Express, and I fucking hate it. And I always say, why did you have to do this CGI?
Right.
Like, why didn't you
it's
just
so Tom
like?
Hanks could play 90 characters.
It was
He
kind of like
still could.
it was like when they did that fucking the other Christmas one, A Christmas Carol with fucking
Jim Carrey.
it was
Robert Zemeckis got on that motion capture for a while, and he
yeah
was like into it.
I ain't with it, man.
Look, my least favorite Christmas movie of all time is The Grinch, the Jim Carrey Grinch.
What?
I hate that movie with
That
every
movie's
ounce of my being.
great.
It's not.
It's really freaking funny.
Have you seen the original Grinch, Steve?
The cartoon?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Who
and
has?
have you seen the Jim Carrey?
I mean,
Grinch?
fuck. Yeah, I mean, who's it narrated by, dude?
Right. Well,
motherfucker, Boris Karloff. You know, I've
But
seen that.
You've
shit.
seen the Jim Carrey one, right?
I have many
So-
times.
Who narrates that one though?
It doesn't matter.
Anthony Hopkins narrates that shit.
Whatever. Fucking that. I can't pull any. Like my.
With some
I got nothing.
My-
God damn it.
fava
my
beans.
tarding just happened. I was like about to pull a name out and it didn't come.
We have eggnog with the fava beans.
So that movie, that Grinch movie, changes the moral of the goddamn story.
I think we talked about this at Christmas. You are right. I mean,
I have no
hate it.
problem with that.
So
It ain't the fucking Onceler. I mean, it's the
one-
Grinch.
The one slur.
You know what I'm talking about?
What are you talking about?
The
but it's
the
still
hippie environmental
it's-
one.
Visually, it looks better than those goddamn captured motion things.
Yeah. So,
I did
anyways,
not like those.
yeah, man. Ready Player One was it was fun. Like it was a fun, good time at the movies.
Right.
Like the boy loved it. You know.
And you know what? Like we talked about that too. As fathers, that's what matters the most, man.
Yeah.
Like no matter what I felt about The Last Jedi, when I looked over and saw the looks on their faces, I was like, I have had that look before. 30 fucking something years ago, and now it's their turn, and that's just all there is to it, man.
And that's that
You
moment,
know.
like when. Now, my wife was like, "There's a great moment at the end, and it doesn't spoil anything story wise, where they literally pull out a bomb, and it's Chucky from
Right.
Child's Play.
Yeah.
And they basically goes like, "What do you got?" And he goes, "I only got one thing left." He's like, "What?" He goes, "He's like this," and he pulls it out and throw it, and he's like, everybody in the battlefield, somebody looks and they're like, "It's fucking Chucky!" And Chucky goes on a murderous rampage, killing all the good guys and the bad. It doesn't matter. And it's just like the Chucky doll, like stabbing people. And I'm like,
that's rad.
My 80s.
It's like that little kid. It's fucking Chucky.
Fucking Chucky.
But it's like, it's perfect.
I saw that video.
Yeah.
So
And it's
good.
yeah, they totally reference that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody says that it's fucking Chucky.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's like, there are lots of moments like that. Like the Iron Giant shows
Iron
up.
Giant was cool, yeah.
Well,
It made me watch Iron Giant because I had never seen that.
Oh, I love
really?
Iron
Yeah,
Giant.
it's a
Which
great
is
one.
inexcusable because we're friends with one of the main animators on Iron Giant.
Yeah,
You know?
that's pretty terrible, man.
But yeah, and then the Iron Giant, when they blow up the Iron Giant, like the Iron Giant goes into like a pit of lava and does the thumbs up.
The thumbs up.
Right.
Oh,
Terminator.
shit, dude.
Like
Yeah.
it like you're gonna watch the movie and you're gonna go, first off, bravo Steven Spielberg, like this is great. Second off, like it is like a nostalgia bomb in all the
Right.
good ways.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
they in the original book, they like the second feat they have to do is they literally have to reenact an entire movie, but they can't do that on film.
No.
So they sort of cheat, and they don't have the rights to War Games, which was in the book. So they use The Shining. So they go to the
Yes.
fucking Overlook Hotel in The Shining, and it's like there's these moments where you're like, "That's really brilliant."
Right.
Like this
Right.
is like I'm watching this, and like one of the characters is like waiting for the elevator to open. And it opens, and there's like the blood.
The fucking blood
And he's
comes-
like, no! The little girls are there, and he's like,
Oh,
hi, little
fuck.
girls. Okay, you're starting to freak me out now. Like,
It's so funny because he's like, I've never seen The Shining. I don't know what happens.
and then Jack Nicholson chasing him with the
Oh,
fucking
shit, yes.
the axe. Although you never see Nicholson's face,
Right.
But they, I mean, I'm sure they didn't get his rights or whatever.
Right.
But it was like moments of brilliance in the film. You know,
I really enjoyed
That's
that.
cool.
Yeah.
You know what I actually got around to watching, or partly, was the new Blade Runner. Did you guys see it?
Oh yeah, I saw it.
I tried, man. I don't know if I was tired or what, but man, that is the motherfucking slowest movie
Well, I mean, you
I
know,
have ever seen.
the first Blade Runner is not.
Fast paced.
Dude, it was an
Yeah,
hour
you know?
in before
Wait.
anything really happened.
I think I told this story on the podcast, but like we tried to go see it in the theaters and we missed it. So I procured an illegal copy of it, and Elena and I sat down to watch it, and we're literally watching it. And it's got hard-coded Korean subs in
Right.
it, and it's like the first 10 minutes of this movie, there's no fucking talking in it.
Uh-huh.
So we watched the first
Yeah.
10 minutes of the movie, and the first person to speak, the guy's speaking goddamn Russian. So, so I looked at her and I go, "This is what we get for not doing something we shouldn't have done. Like now we can't watch the rest of the movie
Yep.
because it's in Russian."
Yep. That's how they got you.
Yeah.
Cheating fuckers.
I tried, man. I still haven't gotten through it. I got about an hour and a half.
You want me
in.
to tell you how it ends?
No, I don't even fucking care.
I'll
dude.
spoil it for you.
And I know so many people who like.
I'm a
it's
huge
religious
fan.
for them.
I'm a huge fan of the original Blade Runner.
It's
Right.
good. Like there's a look, guys.
It's not an action movie.
No,
not
but
really.
But it's, you know what? Tonally, it holds true with the first one. There's a couple of really great surprises in it. Where you're like, I didn't see that coming. But it's long. Like it's
super long.
It's about a half hour longer than it needed to be.
Here's funny. Lauren was sitting there watching it because her boyfriend's like, oh, it's the greatest ever, and she doesn't know anything about the story. Didn't see the first one because she's too young, and she's sitting there watching it, and we're at like the 1 hour mark, and she pauses. I gotta pee, and she comes back. She's like, Jesus Christ, there's like another 2 hours of this movie. How long is this film? And I'm like,
See, I like long movies
Yeah.
like that. Like
Right.
I could fucking, but I got to be alone. I don't want the
Right.
fucking old lady there.
Yeah.
I can't watch it with friends. Like I fucking lay down on the fucking couch, dude, on the afternoon, and I would just fucking watch like Empire of the Sun
Yeah. Fuck
or
yeah.
some shit.
Lord of the Rings.
No, not Lord of the Rings. Nothing. You can just be fucking talking.
Yeah.
Right.
Mine's
You know?
like Bridge on the River Kwai, dude. Like I
You
can
know?
sit down and throw that on. It's like love that.
I mean, you know how
movie.
many fucking times I've seen fucking Gandhi? Probably as many times I've seen fucking Star Wars.
I've only
Really?
seen Gandhi
Fuck yeah,
once.
dude. I mean, I like watching all that shit, dude.
Okay.
The Last Emperor.
I love that movie.
You know? I
you know what I
mean-
threw on the other day was Lawrence of Arabia, and I hadn't watched it in a really
Oh
time.
shit, yeah,
I've
dude.
forgotten how many dudes were like in brown face.
Right.
that movie.
They're really
doesn't
tan.
quite hold up.
They're really tan.
I was like, isn't that Peter Cushing?
Right.
Wasn't that Obi-Wan Kenobi playing a sheik? Like, not really sure about that, but all right, let's go. 1950, woohoo! Yeah, man, like, I'm with you on that. Like, I like a good slow
Yeah,
movie.
but
Don't expect Harrison Ford to be in this movie a lot. Like,
Yeah,
that
we
movie-
got an hour and 15, and I still hadn't seen his
It was
ass.
an hour and a half in, and he shows up finally, and you're like, oh, okay, well, here we go. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
they
a
didn't
cameo.
really sell it like he was.
in it a lot, and he
Yeah,
was not.
No. Yeah.
I mean, he was in the last hour, basically.
Uh-huh.
So, we spent a lot of time with Ryan Gosling, and then goddamn, like, Lenny James shows up, and you're like, Lenny James is in this. Nobody
That's
told me.
about the part where I was like,
yeah, well-
oh, this is getting interesting, but I'm fucking falling asleep, so
Yeah.
I got to turn this off.
It's a lot of setup, but it's all right. It was fun.
yeah.
It wasn't the greatest
I'll
thing.
get through it eventually, but
I mean, it definitely, like, felt like a Blade Runner movie.
now, you guys never responded to my text. Are you watching the Santa Clarita Diet?
No.
No.
Holy fuck! What is it? You guys are like missing the funniest show in like years.
Look, Netflix at this point for me, I think their new motto should be quality, or not
No,
quality,
no.
sorry, quantity, because like that's what they put out is like just shit every day.
watch 3 episodes.
Can't, dude. It's too much.
They're half hour.
I haven't even finished The Punisher yet. Like
It's better.
Okay, I finished
Better.
that. Fuck.
I
Really?
am trying, but it's like,
Seriously.
and they just dropped Lost
Okay,
in Space that
I
I've
ain't
heard is
listening to
good
you.
too.
I haven't got to sit there and watch
Santa
that
Clarita
yet.
Diet.
Yeah.
You can get through the first season in like 3-4 hours because they're only half hour. It is fucking hilarious.
Is it?
Timothy Oliphant is a comedic genius. He is so goddamn funny. And this is the guy that like, wait a minute, he was in like Deadwood, and
Yeah.
he was in what was the other one? The sheriff. Goddamn, it's
Justified.
gone. Justified.
Okay. Yeah. Oh.
Like he is hilarious, and I hate Drew Barrymore. Love her in this.
what? You
Funny
hate Drew Barrymore?
as
How the
shit.
fuck is that possible?
They
How
are
do
so
you
goddamn
hate-
funny,
wait,
and
wait,
Nathan Fillion
I'm
is
sorry.
hilarious.
I'm
in
sorry.
it.
Can we stop? Like, put the brakes on this real quick. How do you hate Drew Barrymore?
Ever since
Jesus
E.T., I have not liked anything she's been in.
E.T.
Loved her in E.T. Haven't liked her in anything else.
Our very good friend Kevin
Yes.
hates fucking Leonardo DiCaprio.
What?
Because of fucking Romeo and Juliet.
He wasn't
I
bad
said-
in it though.
I said,
the
you
movie
know
was
how
bad.
fucking long ago that was, dude.
Right?
I said
That
you
was
have
1997.
missed the Depart 97. Fuck, it was. I thought
No.
it was more like 94. But
No, no,
anyways,
it's 97.
He
it was
gets
like
a pass because of Gilbert Grape.
fucking. Oh,
He could do-
yeah, that too.
He can do no wrong.
I was like, dude, Departed.
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking
Inception?
Django Unchained.
Yeah.
No, Django Unchained. No, he was brilliant in
Yeah,
that, dude. He was
yeah.
awesome.
Very
in that
unlikable.
movie,
That
dude.
scene where he breaks that glass for real in his hand.
No,
and is bleeding.
His skull. He was sawing the skull. And yeah, he really cut himself.
He cut the shit out of himself.
And they just kept rolling
He kept
with
rolling
man.
that scene. I'm all, this dude's my new hero.
Wow.
Oh,
And we can't forget the greatest Leonardo DiCaprio movie ever, The Beach. Like, that is... I'm just kidding. That's a terrible film. But...
I vaguely remember that one.
It was
I
like,
watched that in the middle of the night once.
It was really bad.
He's
I
had
think
some
I think I was a little
pretty
drunk and a little
rancid
stoned.
films.
Dude,
so I was like, at the time, I was like, I want to go to this beach.
Steve, what's the Scorsese movie where he's we're at the mental institution?
Oh, fuck. Shutter Island.
Yeah, that movie's great.
Great fucking movie. And I mean, and then, come on, Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Fucking
Great in that. Titanic, guys.
phenomenal fucking movie, dude.
You got to admit, Titanic was pretty bad.
Yeah, but it made a lot of money.
It was. I was gonna say, wasn't it like one of the highest grossing fucking movies ever?
I saw it one time in the movie theater, and I went with a girl, and I was like, I never need to see this again.
Ever.
Like,
But
ever.
did it get you laid?
Bear.
Did it get you laid?
Sadly, no.
Fuck.
Like, it didn't even do the job.
That's terrible, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Now, what was the one that just came out with the bear?
With the bear?
Where he got mauled by the fucking bear.
Oh, The Revenant.
Fuck that movie.
Oh, that movie was
That
fun.
movie was dirty.
That was a good time.
Nah.
Speaking of people in The Revenant, Tom Hardy.
Yes.
Did you guys all see the Venom trailer?
How the fuck could I not? I mean, Jesus Christ. Everybody reposted that goddamn fucking clip.
Right. You can't even scroll by without
I'm like,
him
guys,
morphing.
listen, leave it to the fucking professionals,
Right.
okay? You don't have to do it too.
No.
Because all the fucking nerds that you know follow the page that you stole it from.
Right.
We don't need to see it all goddamn day long. Fuck, you killed my feed with it.
Like Tuesday, that's all. It was
God
that one picture
damn,
of Venom,
man.
and I'm all, really? Like, we're...
I
Like,
tell you, listen, I like Tom Hardy. I like a lot of his movies. We've talked about it before. I'm not sold on that goddamn accent.
No.
he's got like he's got this. It's like he's that guy. He's like, hey, I've got this accent over here.
And you know what's crazy
what
is
the fuck
like,
are you doing?
I mean, if you've ever seen him on Pinky Blinders,
yeah,
he a very believable Hasidic Jew gangster.
Absolutely.
I loved him as Bane,
but he's got this weird like Philly accent that's happening in this.
I just wasn't feeling that accent,
and
man.
I'm like, yeah.
Now, I'm not too familiar with Venom. Venom's not like an anti-hero.
He is.
Is he?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
he starts out as a Spider-Man villain,
Right.
which I think is problematic in that they're not going that route, but they still have the Spider-Man eyes on
It
Venom.
sees Spider-Man and wants to be like him.
Yeah. So he takes over Peter Parker. It's basically like the third
Yeah.
Spider-Man
Right,
movie. It's
right.
like
Because
that-
at first, Peter's like, wow, I got this cool new fucking suit.
Right.
You know? And then it starts to change him.
hey, it's a big surprise. Chris's phone's going off.
Chris, fucking the one person who doesn't have his phone on silent.
I after all this time, you still can't figure out how to.
Well,
hit
at least
the,
it wasn't or whatever
No.
the fuck.
Well,
you-
after the DCMA alert we got,
Yeah.
like Chris has finally got that switched over.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know how I feel about this Venom movie. Plus, can't we? I mean, I know what the answer is, but like, like some practical effects for Venom would have made more sense. You know,
I don't really care.
I don't know if that's actually
possible.
I mean, it looks interesting, but I don't know that I care. That I can wait. I'll see it on HBO.
Yeah, I'll go see this.
You want to hear something funny though? TBS or one of those free cable stations was playing Deadpool.
Why?
Dude, but you know what?
I recorded it for the kid. It was so hard to watch because there's so much language in that.
Now,
they
did
even
they-
censored ass.
Oh, so they actually just cut it out.
No, they redub
Because
it.
there's sometimes, I was gonna say those are sometimes the best.
Oh,
Like,
it's
if
hilarious.
you've ever seen The Big Lebowski on,
Right.
whatever, pick your fucking. I don't even know the channels exist anymore.
TNT.
Yeah, it's like when
USA.
you say, "This is what happens, Larry, when you fuck a man in the ass and he's smashing in the car." Right now, in the dub version, this is what happens, Larry, when you meet a man in the Alps.
Like what?
Exactly.
perfect sense.
What the fuck is he talking?
The whole thing was like that. The whole Deadpool thing.
My two favorite dubbed down movies that I've ever seen are Predator. Predator 2, mind you.
Right.
When Danny Glover pulls the Predator's mask off, he's like, "You are one ugly," and it's all motherfucker, like in the movie.
Yeah.
And it's all Mother. So that Predator's a mother.
You know they're doing a new Predators movie, right?
I can't wait, dude.
Yeah.
Like, as long as they don't fuck it up like Alien Covenant, I'm in.
I saw some scenes. I really liked Predators.
Yeah, like the
With-
Adrian Brody one.
That was
fun.
pretty cool, man. I like that
With
movie.
crazy, what was it, Lawrence Fishburne? Or
Not the best part. Not one of Lawrence Fishburne's best.
yeah, but
fucking
so
acting
believable
jobs.
that he'd be crazy as shit on the
Right.
Predator's planet.
Right, but he just didn't like. I don't know. He didn't go full crazy enough for me.
Oh, okay.
Something about it just
Didn't ring true.
it
for
did.
you?
Yeah, because it's like if you've met real crazy people like that.
Yeah, right.
And I have.
Right.
Oh, I have.
Uh,
It just wasn't. He wasn't selling it to me. So
Yeah,
but I
like-
still like the movie.
no, without question. I totally
So-
lost my train of thought. What was it?
Now, did anybody watch the Jessica Jones?
No.
Nope.
Really? Well, you didn't miss much.
Okay.
The
glad to
first
hear it.
one
Our
was
whole
great.
point is to watch these movies and these shows and then talk about them. And
Right.
like,
Nobody's
we haven't
watching
watched
anything.
fucking Dick Off.
Well,
How about that?
Here's the thing.
But don't you guys?
I will tell
once
you
again,
this.
it's too much. There's so
Right,
much
right.
stuff coming out anymore. I can't keep up, and I'm not going to dedicate my life to watching every ounce of television Netflix puts out. That's insanity.
Well,
But this is the one I was looking forward to.
All right.
Because this was, in my opinion, it was the strongest of the Marvel series on Netflix. The first one with David Tennant as the bad guy, he was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And she was so likable because she was such an asshole and she was drunk all the time. And it was a lot of fun. It wasn't the same like shit that we see in all the other ones. This one was so bad that they fucking resurrected David Tennant to come in as like a vision or whatever. She hallucinates that he's there because she's got PTSD to try and save the fucking story. Like, it was so bad that even he couldn't save
It's
it.
so funny when I hear people go like, Chris is saying this is terrible, and then I've heard other people say the exact opposite. God, this is so much better than the first season.
What?
I don't know.
That is insane to me. And it was like I was talking about with Punisher.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, we've got the Me Too movement, so we're going to really drive home this Me Too thing. It was like, okay, I get it. You want to be topical and you want to hit issues that are like current, but it was like way over the top with that
A little
shit.
forced.
It was so forced.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm choking here. I'm just like, I was so pissed off after
Choking
this whole
on
thing.
your
My
strong
disdain.
female protagonist there.
No,
that
dude,
you've
it
been
was
begging for.
It was. There was not one character in the entire thing that was like redeemable. Even Jessica Jones was just a complete asshole and made stupid choices, like Fear the Walking Dead. It was like not one character in here was redeemable. They were all assholes.
Why are you shitting on Fear the Walking
Fuck
Dead?
that show.
Okay, like we're running out of time.
So
Let's get away from Jessica Jones because we got to talk about Walking Dead finale real quick. So we have finished the war, guys.
yes,
Yeah, that was the quickest finale to a war that went on for fucking ever.
Well, apparently all you had to do was make a batch of bad bullets that everybody fires at the same time and their
Right.
guns all blow up, which I could have bought into if they all fired at different times, but it was literally like
everybody, 1, 2, 3,
like
go.
17th century, let's all stand in a line and shoot our guns, and then they all blew up together. Like,
and then like the guy gets blown out of the tower like an A-team.
Right.
it had that feeling for sure.
It definitely
yeah.
did.
I hated that in A-team.
Well, I feel like this season of like, I'm glad we're done with this. How's that?
Right.
Like this whole thing went on way too long.
But I told you they were going to drag it out.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have.
It should have been a season and a half.
Should have been one season.
Maybe.
Like one good season would have been
Right.
plenty, and you could have compacted all this bullshit with the up
Dude,
people and
the
everything
up
else.
people that wrapped up like
I
what
gotta
the
say,
fuck?
there's a lot of folks out there that I talk to who are done
with Walking Dead.
with Walking Dead. Some of them have been sooner than later, but
Yeah.
I just hear it more and more.
They'll
like
be back.
when I was at Monsterpalooza, Jesus was there. And he had people coming over, but not as many as I kind of expected he would.
Right.
You know?
I think
so,
that. I mean, we're 9 years in. I think that show's just about run its course.
yeah.
I think it's time. Like I
mean,
hate to say it because I love it, but it's like
It's like how I've made fun of in previous episodes we've talked about. It's like, oh, well, we've got sand zombies, and now we have swamp zombies, and now we've got forest zombies, and look at that. These are zombies. These are army zombies, and those are the riot gear zombies.
Right.
we've kind of run the gambit of
Yeah.
all your different versions of zombies. Some of them have been really cool. Some of them have been fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like the up-ups.
Not the up-ups as much as like when they were trying to get to pretty much any water zombie
Right.
to
Swamp
me.
zombies?
Swamp
Yeah.
zombies, like... Okay, my suspension of disbelief stops at the dead walking. After that, listen, it is still a human corpse.
Right.
And maybe I read too much true crime and know a little bit too much about this stuff, but water is very brutal on the human body.
Right.
There would be nothing left
Yeah.
of
And
those
bacteria.
water zombies.
And
the
bacteria
brains
in the
would
water.
have just run out the back of the fucking spinal cord, out the eye sockets. There had been nothing left.
Yeah.
And so that's, you see that, you go, oh, it's a great effect. It's fucking stupid, though.
Right.
So you just, at some point, you just go, okay, I'm fucking done.
I think this arc of our nerddom, like in general, like it's why I'm excited for Infinity War, because I'm ready for this
To end.
Like
Yeah,
I'm ready.
sure.
Like we've been 10 years on the MCU. I know there's going to be a reboot on this and it's going to go to other places, but this sort of arc, I'm ready for it to be done.
Yeah.
Just like with Walking Dead, like I still read the comic books because I'm still engaged with that. It's different medium.
Yeah.
But the show, I literally got to the end of the season and I'm like, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
about ready for this to be done.
Unless they do a really cool reboot on the,
I won't lie, I have missed the last 3 episodes of this season. I've
didn't
just
miss
been
anything.
very busy. I have them recorded. I just haven't had a lot of time to watch them.
Now-
and I honestly haven't missed it.
Fear the Walking Dead
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
The
Hold
reboot.
on. Hold on.
has rebooted, and it is, dare I say it, even better than last season, which was good. Like, it's actually better than Walking Dead at this point, which I can't believe I'm saying it, as bad as the first 2 seasons were.
I cannot get behind this.
Well,
I maybe when we get to the next season and it doesn't suck. I don't know. I got to the end of The Walking Dead and I was like, meh. And then we had the Morgan crossover.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like this. Because you had the guy from Raising Hope, you had the girl from Lost and from Taken, you had Morgan. I'm like, this is pretty freaking good. Because it was The Walking Dead.
and then all the fear
And then the
showed up, and you got
I was
mad.
like, I'm out. This is so stupid, and I hate
The
all
mom's
these people.
still alive?
She is.
God damn.
Right?
man.
Kill her off.
I have been saying since the fucking start, I do not like her.
And the other
Not
guy,
only do I not like her acting, I don't like her character. I just don't like her, man.
I think
Ugh,
I
no.
think you should. I know I've been saying this for a year now, but give it another try.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Give it a try.
Yeah.
You gotta.
I
give
will
it a
make you a
try.
deal.
What's up?
You watch Santa Clarita Diet,
Okay.
and I will watch the rest of this season.
It's on the list of things to eventually get around to, but once
Okay,
again, the
okay.
list is very long. So
What was that?
I don't know, man. You got shit breaking in here tonight.
Sounded like it.
So
Maybe it's Steve's bottle or something.
all right, so let's just wrap this up here. So Walking Dead is finished. As you can tell, like we are not as excited about Walking Dead as we once
Yeah,
were.
I mean, there was a time where I just could not wait for the fucking
Yeah.
next episode, and now I'm just kind of like, I got to tell you, we're going out at the end of the war here. What's his name who plays Negan?
Oh, Jeffrey Dean.
It's been awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
He was
Hands
great
down.
in Rampage.
Hands down, one
whoa,
of my.
whoa! I'm sorry. You went to see Rampage?
It was not my choice.
I am actually slated to see this movie.
It was
as well.
not bad, dude.
I'm sorry. What?
So-
It was not bad.
Listen, dude, I took the boys to see Jumanji. They think
Jumanji was great.
They think Rock is cool because you know why? Because he's the fucking voice in fucking
Moana.
and they know who the fuck he. Do they sing that goddamn song?
Do
and
they
shit?
really?
Oh, the fucking thank you. You're
Yes,
welcome.
yeah.
Yeah, they love that song and
Really?
shit. Oh, they love it.
I can't get Ronald Andrew to. He was like, yeah, it was fine.
Oh, they love that one, dude. It's
No,
funny.
dude, the Rampage was fun.
So yeah, they
Um,
want to see that one. so I
Not
gotta
great,
take 'em.
but it was fun.
I love The Rock.
You know
but-
me, I hate everything.
But after San Andreas, like I'm all fool me once Rock.
it had some of
Jumanji
that.
was pretty good.
Jumanji was
I gotta
fun.
tell you, but Jack Black stole the
Yeah.
show on that 100%.
Right.
And then Karen Gillian, who we both love.
Oh,
Right.
God damn.
Like that little Lara Croft outfit was like,
Holy shit.
they
she
put
is
something in for
so-
Dad. Like I was
Yeah.
like, thanks.
Dude, even when I see
But she
her,
was funny too.
Yeah.
even
was
when I
great.
see her in Guardians,
Yeah, with that bald blue
I got
head.
this whole
I'm
like
in, dude.
bald head, black eyeballs, like a fucking great white shark.
That shit's like
Just
a dream
wants
come
to
true for you.
Nom my fucking junk. God damn, she's hot, dude. Rubbing her bald head, yo. Yeah. So, anyways, where was I? I just kind of blacked out. There.
I don't know.
We all had a moment there.
It's just like Karen Gillian and that little crop top came up, and it was
Yeah.
the end of it. All right, let's wrap it up right there. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. It's been nice to be back. Even you know what though, we did miss the Barbara Bush passing the other day. I know that's not a nerd thing, but you were talking about it beforehand. The picture of all of the presidents. And
Yeah, I mean, they got like, George Bush Sr., he's 90-something years old, so he's in his wheelchair. And, here's Clinton and
Obama and
yeah,
W.
Yeah, and, it looks like the next best fucking X-Men movie coming up.
Right.
I can't wait. I think it's going to be fucking awesome.
which I know we're trying to wrap it up, but we haven't even talked about the Deadpool 2 trailer. Like, that's
Oh
how
my
much
God.
we have.
Oh, I'm excited about Deadpool, man. I don't even want to talk about the fucking trailer. I just want, we got to go see the movie together, the three of us.
Yes,
Like, we did
absolutely.
The fucking first one.
I still think if we're going to do a Monday show, like which I think we should, I think beer, steaks, and a movie sounds like...
Sounds
or
good.
at least a Chipotle and some beers or something
Yes.
like that.
Dude, I think I'm down.
Okay, sounds like fun, man. All right, well, let's wrap it up right there. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. Once again, I am Olympic curling champion.
I am smelling what the Rock is cooking.
Tonight, I've got nothing.
And we hope you guys are having a nerd life crisis. Music for the Nerd Life Crisis podcast is provided by Big Papa and the TCB. All music available at bptcb.com or at iTunes. The Nerd Life Crisis is recorded at the Inland Blue Studios. Make sure to subscribe to the Nerd Life Crisis at iTunes and like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram or Twitter at Nerd Life Crisis.